Hello, everyone. Nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where we've actually got a pretty chill start to the week. There's a couple of events going on, Desired Summon Pool, and then some summons and stuff for CVC. We're going to cover all of that in the video here today. But yeah, it's pretty chill, right? I will be streaming tomorrow as well. It's not personal rewards for this CVC. It's just normal. So I'll be streaming. We're just going to be hanging out, chilling. Because we're not going to be too pushed about points, we'll do some of the typical CVC stuff, but I'll probably actually spend a good chunk of the stream trying to build a new Chimera team. It's been something I've been putting off for ages. I've obviously got a strong Titus team built. I think I've got a video on that out already. So that can do loads of points for Chimera Clash. But I want to build a team for Rotation 2 that is good for doing trials, and specifically trials for mythical materials. So that's the goal. I'll see you guys for that. I'll be starting that stream right about when the CVC actually starts and goes live. I believe there is still a bug with the CVC where these 2x points for Ice Golem, Arena, and Gear objectives, that when anyone in your clan does these, it will just deplete the visual of the points. So let's say you haven't even logged in yet, and your clanmates do a bunch of Arena, they'll use up the visual 2x points. You'll log on and see 2x points for Arena is gone, and you haven't done anything. Whereas, of course, these are supposed to be just for you, for the 2x points. Everyone has their own cache of 2x points individually. It still works the right way. When you do Arena, you'll still have, I think it's probably 20,000 bonus points you can get. That will still be there, but you just won't see it, which is annoying. So yeah, watch out for that. Not much you can do about it. Plarium just needs to fix the bug, really. I think they said it'll be fixed for the next CVC, which is good because it's personal rewards. Bit annoying it's not fixed for this one, but it's not personal rewards, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. We'll come back to the summon events in a second. Let's look at this desired summon pool first. So this is up for basically 5 days. And we have, I mean, good champions for souls. So legendaries first. It's only 2 to 6 star souls for legendaries, which is not the most exciting. And it does lean heavily towards the 2-star, which is definitely not exciting. But there are good legendaries in here. So yeah, I mean, these are all great. I think the idea is that these are some of the most popular champions in the game. They probably are the most popular, a good few of the most popular champs in the game. So you got a good mix. Nothing like crazy here, but all very, very good. So yeah, cool. I mean, for a late game player, it's okay, you know? Not game breaking, but you might as well get the free one. Of course, you've got a 28% chance to get a legendary. You have a 6% chance for a 6-star. I don't know. 6% of the time, you're going to be pretty happy. Even if you get a 6-star epic, it's pretty good. I do think the epics are very solid. You've got really good epics, and the epic souls start from 4-star. So this event, I think, is in a weird spot. A really weird spot where this is actually really good for an early game player to get one of these. Is great. Getting like a 4 to 6-star soul for, you know, your Inquisitor Shamael, or for Seer, or Godseeker, or Geomancer, Ugo, Rector Drath, like Phoenix, Deacon. Oh my gosh, there's so many top tier epics. Great. That would be really helpful for a new player. But your ability to actually get the free pull is very low. And then these are very expensive, obviously, as well. So yeah, I feel like this event is sort of targeted at big spenders, and it makes sense both early and end game big spenders, but I think you have to be a pretty big spender to do it. I mean, one thing, we've got a lot of login champions, mission champions, and fusion champions in here. Like, I can just see at a quick glance, I'm missing myself 1, 2, 3. I'm only missing 3 of the champions that are in here. So this is one of the more, you know, accessible end game pools of champions. So yeah, look, there you go. Am I going to do it? No. I'm going to get the free one and we'll see. But I'm not too pushed about it. I'm kind of just getting it for the sake of it, really. Right? You get it. There's the free pulls from the Sand Devil turn attack. And that's very easy for me. Sand Devil, always need to farm Sand Devil end game. So sure, why not? But yeah, it's not a particularly hype event. I wouldn't really be worried about it whatsoever. Now, the summon event, the summons coming with this are actually really good. So, okay, it's sort of what you expect, right? When it's a summon event that's happening at a really good time and you really want to do it and everyone wants to do it, it typically sucks. And then when you've got a random summon event in the middle of nowhere that there's not really any good reason to do, it's really, really good. Bearing in mind that we are in the middle of a Titan event, it does not look like there's going to be any summon tournament or event tied in with this. It's just a random boosted chance in the portal, and that we are definitely going to be almost definitely going to be getting. Now we're definitely getting a summon event this weekend and then the next weekend as well, which are all going to tie into the Titan event. Again, I feel like the Titan event is very. I'm at 350 points right now. I don't know. I'm kind of happy to get the 3-star and just chill. Like I'm not too pushed to grab some of these, but I'm not going. I don't think I'll bother going for the 5-star myself. It just seems like a bit too much work. Um, but yeah, look, the summons here are good, but bear in mind if you go for these summons, you're really missing out on some other. Yeah, you could be putting yourself at risk in terms of shards for more important stuff. I'd say the most important thing to watch out for in the near future, the next fusion, just in case they're really good. It's hard to know, but they've been hitting us with banger fusions this year. Like, my gosh, I think the quality of the fusions in 2025 has been actually phenomenally high, really high. Uh, so yeah, prepare for the next fusion. That's probably starting in a couple of weeks. I feel like it might be delayed. We'll see. We'll see. The turtle stuff's a bit weird, so they might delay it a bit, or it might just be bang on time. I don't know, but we'll probably if it's bang on time, we should hear about it end of next week, I would think. Um, and then it should probably be at the start of the week after or something like that. But yeah, pretty banger fusions. And then the big thing for me is Leonardo. This guy is really freaking good. He's really strong. He sort of opens up the turtles very much for even some cool endgame stuff. And it's freaking Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? People are going to want to get him. I do still expect a guaranteed event for him. Doubly so because we've got Leonardo and Shredder. I mean, what they could do, there was a leak. I think it was on the Google Play Store or something like that, that there was going to be a guaranteed event for Leo. I still think that's more likely that all the turtles would be up for a guaranteed event. What they could do is do a guaranteed for Shredder, who's okay, but nothing special. He's kind of disappointing, honestly, for what it is. And then they could have Leo just for shards, because Leo is like super hyped up. That would suck. It really would suck. They could do it just to try and make more money, and I think that would suck. And really put people off the game long term, because it's like we want to get the turtles. Making the turtles not accessible is pretty bad. But they might do it. I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see. But I'm saving good resources as much as I can for whatever sort of event they drop that could potentially give a guaranteed Leonardo. I want to do it. And they can make it very expensive because they can put his soul in there as well, and they could really rinse us for resources. So I want to try stockpot for that. I did spend all my gems and ancient shards. I did pull a bunch of ancients, by the way, off camera. We can talk about it on stream tomorrow. I got Zavia. That's new. Don't think I'm likely to ever use her, but I got Zavia. Did not get Raphael. Pull loads of stuff, but I won my tournament, so I actually now have, by the way, I've got like a bunch of mythical. I could craft a discovery relic, but I'm going to wait. I'm waiting on my relic resources as well. They have teased that they might improve relic crafting. So wait, Shadow Legends. Going back to these summons though, very good champions in here. Like really freaking good. Like so good. Holy crap. It's one of the best 15x things. But if you're close to Mercy, amazing, right? Let's say you pulled 190 ancient shards on the 2x, did not get a legendary. You're like, that's frustrating. I didn't get anything in the 2x. Great. Go get your 15x chance for one of these really good champions. Great, why not? Same thing. Stronger with voids. I don't know. Ancients, it's like a 7%, probably less than that now to get your specific legendary. It was something like 17% maybe for voids. I don't know. It's certainly better, but you're still much more likely not to get them than to get them. But still, it's worth the gamble if you're close to your Mercy. We've got Elva, Grando Podrick, Nekmothar, Mighty Uko, Maragain from the Ancients over here. Really strong. I personally really like, let's go with blue. It's fine. I really like Elva. She's great. I like Podrick a lot as well. I put them pretty close. And Nekmo is really good too. I might put them in like that. Uko is really not bad, but I think not as useful. I don't know. Uko, I put them like that. That would actually be my order, probably top to bottom. But it's close. In fact, I might extend these a bit more. It's close though. Like Elva is sick. Super, super good for just keeping your team alive. Just tanky reviver. I use her in Chimera. I've used her in the event dungeon. I still use her a good bit. She's good in Arena as well if you build her for that. Just a great champion. Healing, reviving, short cooldowns, cleansing, block debuffs, increase speed. Great passive. Yeah, she's really solid. Podrick, amazing passive as well. Great ally attack, increased speed as well, turn meter boosting. I've got someone in my clan, really high-end player, smashes everybody in like Siege with Grand Oak Podrick. It's hilarious. His Podrick's just, you guys have seen if you saw some of my Siege videos, he's just wrecking people in my new clan with Grand Oak Podrick, which is amazing. So he is viable in high-end live arena, classic Siege. He's super viable there, actually. But I use mine for Fire Knight. I have used him in Hydra in the past. I don't think I'm using him right now, but he's really good for that. Podrick is great. Nekmothar is great as well. Increase speed, decrease speed AoE, also AoE decrease attack, AoE leech. Good in like stun set, good in provoke set, all that sort of stuff. Relentless, whatever, feral. Really strong for Chimera and for Hydra. Increase speed, decrease speed, plus other nice buffs and debuffs. Other nice debuffs, no other buffs. Just other nice debuffs. Really, really solid. Uko, revive. AoE buff strip, a little unreliable, and AoE block buffs, again, a little unreliable, but he's, again, quite good, actually, really good budget option for Arena. He can be very annoying with his passive, and his block damage on his revive, really cool too. So he's quite a sneaky option for Arena with his passive, great budget option. And Maragain, also a pretty good budget option for Arena as a speed booster. Nobody wants to ban a Maragain. So if you put really fast gear on her, she can be kind of sneaky for getting a turn in. She's not amazing, but she's okay. She's definitely the weakest of these. Uko is cool. My only issue with Uko, I kind of wish they buff Uko actually and just let him just place the debuff. Like, where is he? Skinwalkers. Like, this is sort of my thing. He has to, like, if he weak hits, he doesn't do his stuff. It kind of sucks. And this is the most annoying thing. If they've no buffs after the attack, Hydra heads that respawn, their respawn damage prevention buff that they have stops them from placing this. So let's say when the head of Wrath spawns in, or the head of Blight spawns in, the Poison Cloud head, whatever, you can't put block buffs on them with Uko until they've taken a turn, and then they put up their really nasty buffs, like the Poison Cloud and, you know, reflect damage, block debuffs, all of that. Really annoying. So I kind of wish that they buff him to just place those debuffs. It would be, yeah, if he could just place them full stop, get rid of the no buff. Yeah, they must have no buffs requirement to be better. I don't know, but because he's such a cool character. But yeah, that's that day. We've got a good day the next day as well. Freya, Balar, Ancora, Brogni, and Ultimate Death Knight. This is a tough one. These are all great. You've got a lot of really good, not top tier, but like a step below top tier for Arena. So like Freya, Ancora, even UDK. These are all very usable. I have to think, how do these compare to them? This is more of a PvP day, and this is more PvE. You know what? I'm going to rank them differently, and then I'll think about it afterwards. I'm just going to rank them individually. I like Freya a lot for Arena. Great. And I guess Balar the Lost, not an Arena champ. Ancora. I probably rank Ancora a little bit higher than Freya. And then Ultimate Death Knight. I probably put Ultimate Death Knight probably equal to Freya. Yeah, something like that. It's a little bit difficult to say. Then Brogni and Balar are actually quite PvE focused. You could, of course, use these champions as well in PvE, but I feel like they are more PvP oriented. I like Ikora the most because she can protect your damage dealer with her passive, and she's got a good revive. She's cool. Not totally busted, but she's good. Really strong with Narcies, of course. But yeah, Freya, just love her. Turn meter boosting, cleansing, the cheat death stuff, big shields. She's really cool. Ultimate Death Knight, really good against champions like Rotus, big single target hitters to just block them out. I would say none of these are top tier for Arena, but they're all usable. I use all three actually a good bit. There are certainly better options, generally a top tier, but these are really good, and you see them even quite a bit at the very end game. Yeah, I guess we go back to the blue for these. Balar. Oh, so Balar we might be building tomorrow for some Chimera trials. He's not amazing for Chimera damage, but he's got good buffs. And yeah, the leech as well. And hopefully he's a bit survivable. Yeah, he's interesting. We're going to try him out. I wonder if it makes sense potentially to use Supreme Kale instead. Now, he doesn't have the leech, which is a big difference. He's got weaken. But I don't know. We're gonna try him out anyway. We're gonna try Balar potentially for unlocking the mythical material trials in Chimera, which is I think his best sort of thing. But he's a great progression champ, right? Poisons, blowing up poisons, and their AoE poisons as well. It's really cool. I do like him quite a bit. Um, yeah, similar to sort of these. It depends if you need a poison explosion champion, which you probably don't. Whereas I think Uko, certainly for faction wars, maybe is a bit more value. So I might put the others a bit ahead here, actually, of Balar. I put Balar maybe similar to Mighty Uko, maybe a little bit below, of being more of a specialist for Chimera and for Trials, which is more of an end game thing. But he's very good for progression. Uko, really good progressing in Hydra and Arena and stuff. I don't know. I'll put them fairly similar. Brogni, I think, is a little bit underwhelming as well. I put him I put him a little bit behind. Brogni is really solid. You know, I'm going to put them equal. I'm going to put them all equal. Yeah, Uko, Balar, Brogni, screw it. Let's put them all equal. Brogni's very cool. Putting out his shield, very good at keeping you alive. And it's a protected shield as well, cannot be removed, right? Increase attack, block debuffs. Very good at keeping you alive for dwarves, which is a bit of a problem. He's probably the best one for keeping them alive, yeah, out of all of them. Just such good protection. And then a bit of buff removal, small, but it's there. A bit of debuff removal, small, but it's there. A little healing here. Again, really good progression champion. So yeah, I'll put them all pretty similar. Very good. And then we come to the Voids, who are phenomenal. You've got two. Yeah, I think that they're really top tier options here. So good. I would put Senna as number 1, and I put Neve as PvE, PvP. It really depends. They're both super good. Really, a couple of the best Voids in the game at the moment. For PvE, Senna. For PvP, Neve. Depends what you prefer, but Senna, particularly good for Chimera, just because she's giving you so much turn meter with her passive. Brings in a revive, which is great. Healing, turn meter boosting, and yeah, just so much turn meter. So you take loads of turns. Right, you don't have to worry about people dying because she can revive. Brilliant. And because you don't really have to worry about hitting the turn limit in Chimera, she just smashes through. So she's phenomenal for Chimera. Was that top team using her? Yeah, okay, so she is in there with this Titus team. There you go. She's not in this one. These teams are a bit weaker. Here's another Senna team. Who actually double reviver in that one. That's interesting. But yeah, so she's super good. She's like sort of best in slot reviver for Chimera because she just does so much. Neve, PvP monster. She's probably very good for PvE as well. And Senna's not terrible in PvP either. You can definitely use Senna in PvP. But Neve, Irish name by the way, Neve. Well, it's got a random E on it, so it's a bit weird. But Neve without the E on the end is an Irish name. But yeah, she is just so strong. 9-piece protection, and she keeps putting out this block damage that's protected. She's putting out block debuffs, ally protection that's protected, protected shield as well. Really annoying. Really strong A1 for their damage dealers. So she is a monster in Arena. If you don't have a way to ignore block damage, she's a nightmare to deal with. And she really hard counters like go first teams as well, especially if they can't deal with block damage. Because if it's protected, what can you do, right? If you can't hit through block damage and they have a protected block damage, you can't do anything. You can crowd control them, try to sheep them, but that's about it. Lady Noelle, I feel like she was a bit overhyped, honestly. I do think Noelle is good, but I do think she's overhyped. Great champion, right? AoE freeze is really good. And I do think when you pair her up with Sir Nicholas, she's effectively the best unkillable champion in the game, but it does take up 2 slots because you have to put Sir Nick in there, and he's not doing a hell of a lot. He just kind of sucks. But she keeps activating his skill, which puts up 2 turns unkillable on a 3-turn cooldown with increased speed as well, and it's doing a good heal for your team. So together, they're very strong. And she's sort of got a bit of anti-sheep stuff going in here. Good for Arena. So she's a great champion. But I feel like people are saying she's absolutely insane, and that's not quite true. But she's really good, and it's the shortest cooldown AoE revive in the game. She's amazing for Faction Wars Hard. Obviously, she's stupidly good there. Really good for wave content, and especially with bigger teams. Like when you've got a 5-person team, and you can bring her and Sir Nicholas, pretty sick. The only slight issue I've run into with her is Sir Nicholas and like 9-piece protection. You've got a pretty good chance at that point as well to put out protected unkillable and continuous heals, which again is super strong. The only issue with PvE, so I've tried them in some event dungeons, and it gets messy because the event dungeon bosses can remove buffs. It would probably work fine against Shredder actually, but you know when they can do AoE buff removal, if you're relying on the unkillable to keep you alive and you only have a 75% chance for it to be protected, there can be gaps there. You can get bad runs and then you just die. So for PvE, it doesn't quite work super reliably, but she's great, really strong. Incensa is great as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think you could put them pretty equal. Noelle and Incensa. Incensa is just AoE decrease defense, weaken, and ally attack stuff, which is really, really good. You see her in a lot of top end Hydra teams because she just, bringing in your ally to attack, which is super strong. AoE decrease defense, weaken, great. And she's got, some cool stuff here as well. And she can only champ in the game still that can do Poison Cloud, which is cool with the single target turn meter buffs and the turn meter boost. Pretty sick. You can do some fun stuff with her. So she's cool. Seen a bit of her in Arena as well. Sulfurion is fantastic. I say he's not as good as Neve, but he's pretty close. Warlord is good, but not as good. In fact, I think at this point, it's probably safe enough to put Warlord a bit lower. I'll put him probably pretty similar to... I'd rather have Incensa than Warlord, I'll be honest. And I don't know. I'd probably put Incensa a bit ahead of Noelle. But Noelle's really good. I put Warlord behind. I put Sulfurion ahead, but not as good as Neve, but almost there. He is fantastic. Arguably the best burn champ for Arena, right? AoE burn for 3 turns and activates them all. Bam. Gives everyone a shield. Amazing. And then with his passive, he's giving everyone turn meter boost with that. Really, really good. He combos very well with Gizmak as well, because he fills everyone's turn meter for burns placed. He doesn't have to place them. So you put him in with Gizmak, the mythical, and Gizmak... he burns everyone at the start of the fight, so you just instantly, and this can't be resisted either, so you basically just get 20% turn meter for your whole team. And then because Sulfurion places burns for 3 turns, he overwrites Gizmak's ones. His are longer, so then you get another 20% turn meter boost, because he can put burn on everybody. Masteries might mess it up, but yeah, he's kind of insane. And give him Incinerate, probably a Skull of Treason or whatever it's called, and he's great. And he also has the AoE Revive with an extra turn, which is really strong as well. So lots of turn meter stuff. Amazing burn champ. He is super good. PvE, PvP. He's insane. I'm actually going to put him up. I'm going to put Neve slightly ahead for PvP, but he is a strong second place to both Senna and Neve. And he's probably the more flexible of being... yeah, he probably has the strongest crossover. Like I said, Senna is not terrible in Arena and Siege. Neve is not terrible, but again, in PvE, they're both very good in the other sort of content. So Furion is probably like the best if you added up the two. He's probably the most generally good. I think he does lean a little more towards PvP because PvP is harder, but it depends what you're looking at. But yeah, I think Senna and Neve win. Sulfurion a close second. If you want to pick him instead, by all means, go for it. You can't go wrong. You certainly can't go wrong with him. They are super good. So yeah, we've got 3 top tier voids. The other ones, I'd put Incensa ahead of the others. Warlord, especially with Chronophage, right? I'm just not too keen on Warlord. I feel like Warlord is just... he stayed relevant for a long time, right? Full turn meter depletion, put skills fully on cooldown. That's cool. I feel like with Chronophage sort of directly countering that now, it just seems like a weird champ to invest a progressive pull into versus champions like Senna or Neve or Sulfurion instead, who are just doing a lot more. He's good, but Fabian is probably enough for most people. I don't know. He's good, but not chasing him. So there you go. My thoughts. Who would I go for between all of these? I think the voids stand out, and you've got a really good selection of typical legendaries as well. I think I would still put Elva as number 1, and I think I would still put Podrick as number 2, as just generally so good, and I still use them all over the place. They're just great. I need someone that's like an amazing reviver and keeping my team alive, and healer, reviver, keep me alive. Elva, yes, and keep us running fast. I need a great ally attack champion that's going to give me lots of buffs and let my team get lots of attacks in. Yeah, Podrick does it. Great. So I kind of like those. Yeah, and then I probably put Ancora for PvP. Is pretty good. I don't know, maybe, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say Freya is as good as Ancora, probably for PvP. Narcisse switches things up a little bit, but I'm going to say they're both probably fairly equal. Without the Narcisse, yeah, I'm going to say they're fairly equal, and Ultimate Death Knight is no slouch either. It's useful to have. But there you go. That's what's happening. Like I said, this is sort of a random event in a non-person rewards CVC. There's really good champs in there, but your chances are still super low. So go into it with that mind. But if you're at your mercy, if you're at Void Mercy, I mean, you should really pull for Sana or Neve or Sulfurion. Definitely pick one of them if you're close to Void Mercy. Why wouldn't you? They're so good. Um, yeah, but then, of course, bearing in mind, next Fusion is coming soon. Potential Leonardo event sometime as well. So yeah, watch out for that stuff. But that's it. I'll see you guys for the stream tomorrow. Hopefully that was interesting. And I think that's all I've got, honestly. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.